G'day, it's Shane here from McLaren Grape TV, and thank you for joining me at my home bar. But more importantly, thank you for helping me spread McLaren Vale wines to the world. 5 Geese. I've reviewed a couple of 5 Geese wines very early in the Lonely Grape and Taste McLaren Vale's journey, and it was with much pleasure going back and having a look at some 5 Geese wines. Today I've got the 2010 Cabernet Sauvignon. 5 Geese, Vigneron, Sue Trott, famous name in McLaren Vale of course, Trott, but Sue does a lovely job as tending some magnificent old vines in McLaren Vale in the Bullet Springs area. Now Bullet Springs has its own little niche, I suppose, or sub-region in McLaren Vale that's very famous in the region, I suppose, for producing fantastic wines. And I think this one's a absolute ripper as well. So instead of yapping my gums about other things, let's get on to the wanky thing. So this wine's been open for about 2 hours. Earlier when I opened the wine was all about 2 items. Very varietal Cabernet Sauvignon, so the sort of the blackcurrant characters, aromas, flavours. But something that's very McLaren Vale, and that is chocolate, and in this case dark chocolate. Now we're also getting some complexity of some dried herbs coming in as well with those two. What I really like about this wine on the nose, actually I probably should go to the palate first before waxing lyrically about the wine. Yeah, that is a beauty. Cabernet Sauvignon, Geese, as I mentioned before, McLaren Vale chocolate. A bit of herbs and a bit of, I suppose, tannin structure right near the end that reminds you that there's a bit of wood treatment in there. Certainly not overpowering in any way, shape or manner. But getting back to what I was saying about what I like about this wine. A lot of wines in McLaren Vale as Cabernet Sauvignon have been treated the same as Shiraz and everything else, and it tends to be make a good dry red, not necessarily varietal Cabernet. So this wine obviously has had some good treatment. Mike's done a good job, and I really like the fact that you get that Geese character coming through. Like I said, a lot of some McLaren Vale Cabernet, you don't get that. I must say that's changing in the last 5 years. We're getting more and more varietal character. Well, I'm finding more and more wines in the last 5 years than what I did prior to that. But McLaren Vale tends to, and the soils, the climate, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it can tend to bring a chocolate character to a lot of red wines. And this one certainly brings that, particularly on the back of the palate, and leading on to the finish with some of those dried herbs I was mentioning before. So this wine immediately makes me think of Cabernet, and immediately then, and then straight after that, as the wine is progressing through my palate, is saying McLaren Vale. And so that little marriage, I think, does really, really well. 20 odd bucks a bottle, I think it is, and I think it's good value. 2010 was a good vintage, and 5 Geese is a good producer. So if you find it, get onto it. Look, that's all we have time for Lonely Grape TV today. Hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the 5 Geese 2010 Cabernet, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.